preview the Zenit game tomorrow. As usual, if you'd like to ask a question, please raise your hand. If you are struggling, just drop me a WhatsApp. There's Russian translation available, and we're going to start with Ian Abrahams.
Hi Ruben, how are you?
Hi, I'm good, thank you.
Getting more of a chance recently, just give us an idea of how patient you've had to be and whether or not you see this as being the opportunity you've been waiting for at Chelsea to re-establish yourself and maybe get back to where you were 3 or 4 years ago.
Yeah, obviously I've had to be patient. There's a lot of good players at Chelsea, as you know, especially in the midfield department. So, a few injuries and you know, I might be put in and I have to be ready, and I feel like I have been ready. I feel good physically, and it's time for us to, you know, step up, you know, as a team and as an individual. When players are injured, then we have to do a job. But I feel like I'm ready to do that.
So we're just going to move on to Carberry, Sky Sports News, please.
Hi there. I just wanted to ask you, we just found out that one of your teammates, Mateo Kovacic, had tested positive for COVID. I just wondered how concerning it is for you as players with the sort of risks that you have to take when it comes to travelling so much when COVID is becoming so prevalent again in the world.
Yeah, I guess there is risks, but you know, as a club, we do everything possible to minimise that risk. That's why we test several times a week, and we take the necessary precautions to minimise that risk. So I think as a club and as a team, we feel safe as possible at the minute, and we'll carry on to do so.
We're going to move on to Andy. Andy Dillon, please.
Hi Ruben.
Hi.
Hiya. I'd just like to ask if I can. Thomas has been quite sort of blunt about the team performances in the last week or so, and talking about details and mistakes and things like that. And how I wonder if you could tell us, as a professional, how does that creep into your game? How do you go from being on the crest of a wave, as you were a couple of weeks ago when you were smashing Juventus 4-0, to suddenly losing concentration at key moments, please?
Yeah, I guess that's football. Football changes very quickly sometimes, but I can say that it's not like we've been playing terribly at all. We've just had a few mistakes that have cost us, and we need to take ownership of that. But apart from that, we've been playing some really good football. The results just haven't showed that at all. So it's up to us to keep.
So how do you kind of turn that around? What do you do? I mean, he talks about details. I'm curious to know what the details are that he talks about.
I think we need to make sure that the basics of our game are taken care of and are sharp. If we keep the basics, you know, at a high level, and the mistakes, low, then that will give us a good platform to win games.
Okay, we're going to do 3 more before we end. We've got Adam, Tom, then Jacob. So we'll start with Adam Newson, please.
Hi Ruben. You're playing in a deeper role than we've really seen you at Chelsea, maybe apart from your academy days. How much are you enjoying it, and what sort of different challenges have you found playing it rather than being further forward?
Yeah, I'm really enjoying it, mainly because I'm just on the pitch and playing a lot of football, which obviously I haven't done in the past few years. So just that, I'm very grateful to be fit and to be, available to be picked to play. Wherever I play, I'm comfortable. Like you said, I've played deep, in my younger years, and more forward as got established in playing in the Premier League. But I'm enjoying it a lot, and it comes with different duties and different things required of you in that role, which I'm very enjoying a lot. So yeah, I'm ready to play. I'm ready to play wherever the boss needs me to.
Cheers, Adam. We'll move on to Tom.
Hi, Ruben.
Hi.
You just said there about the amount of games you're playing at the moment, and I was just wondering whether at the end of sort of the transfer window with Son Niguez coming in and Kante and Kovacic and Jorginho, whether you expected to be playing this much, and whether you could kind of give us a bit of an insight into the conversations you had with Thomas at that time.
No, so I came back pre-season and I felt really good. I felt physically fit, the most physical I've been, and that gave me a good platform to do well, play well, train well in pre-season. I knew it was going to be very difficult with the amount of players they have in midfield and how good the players are, but I always wanted to give it a go and see how things panned out. And it turns out I'm playing a lot, and that's through injuries and doing well when I play. So you can never know how football turns out. It changes a lot. You just have to be ready for it.
Cheers, Tom. We're going to end this press conference with Jacob Steinberg, please.
Hi, Ruben. Sorry, my camera's not working. When you came back from the from your loan at Fulham, obviously you had got relegated with them last season. What were the conversations with Thomas like when you came back? Was he pretty blunt about what happened at Fulham last season?
No, I think he was very understanding of how difficult it was. Coming back from that injury and going on loan to Fulham. I think we kind of put it behind us and focused on what was happening at that moment, and I felt good coming back pre-season. And I think for me it was just focusing on pre-season and training well and playing well, and that's all I could do. I have you can't dwell on the past, and Fulham was a difficult spell for me, so I had to put that behind me.
Okay, thank you everyone. Leave it there. Oh, good. Well done, Ruben. Good work.
Cheers.
Ben's asked if you've got 10 seconds.